If there's one thing I'd recommend above all else in Europe, you need to take a train through the Swiss Alps. There's absolutely nothing else like taking a train through Switzerland. 2 years ago, during my last trip in Europe, I royally screwed up in Switzerland. Eurail had just given me 2 Global Pass tickets to go anywhere I wanted by train in Europe and to create my own story. So I hatched this crazy plan to go from Barcelona to Prague with the intent of going through the Swiss Alps to get there. I was extremely unprepared for Switzerland, not because of the sheer beauty of the peaks or the cute Swiss towns or the amazing fresh water. I mean, logistically, I was unprepared. You see, in Europe, there's this thing called the European Union, and they have this law which says if you have a mobile number or data plan from any EU member country, you'll be able to roam like at home in any other EU member country. What I didn't know at the time was that Switzerland is not a part of the EU. Since there's no hard border between Switzerland and the EU, when I crossed the Swiss border, all of the available funds in my Irish SIM card immediately evaporated due to roaming fees. Hi everybody! I was traveling through Switzerland blind, and this is where my misadventures started. We had 7 connections today, and the last one I messed up. Oh well, adventures. Create your own story. I took a wrong train in Geneva, and instead of going through the Swiss Alps as I intended, I ended up going through the Swiss lowlands, which are still beautiful, but instead of ending up in Prague, I ended up in Berlin. Fast forward to 2019, I'm back, and I'm equipped with another Eurail Global Pass. This time, I'm partnered with the Switzerland Tourism Board and the Glacier Express to see what a train and hiking getaway destination is like. Let's do this first. Okay, so right now we are on the Glacier Express. If you don't know what the Glacier Express is, it's basically the train to take when it goes across the Swiss Alps. It goes on its own course on the stuff. You do require a reservation before you can, I guess, get onto the trains. My bags are already on here because I got worried. Got here super early.
Hi, my name is Chris. I'm from the Glacier Express. I have the pleasure to ride along with Maiku.
Did you book this whole train just
for you guys, for VIP treatment.
What are you doing, buddy?
There's the beach travel. We don't have animals. You start here, St. Moritz. Now we just entered the train in Chur, and we're going all the way up to Zermatt, where the Matterhorn is.
Oh, we're going straight up?
Yeah, like basically on the lowest point, and we go all the way up.
Hey, which way do you think is better? Going east to west or west to east? Or are they like
really
equal?
Tell. Well, first it's the same track.
Yeah.
And then also, you have on both sides, you have the...
This is a hiking trail over here. Like, I can see the people hike it.
You can go by foot, or swim, or take the Glacier Express.
That is massive.
And there we go.
There you go. So how high is this first?
Actually, it's not a mountain, but you're in a valley.
This is like a hill for you. I see. I understand.
You know, it's not a mountain, it's a stone in the way.
Yeah. Okay.
No, basically, we're like in a valley, and on top it's the plateau. So up there we have village, like Lox is up there. Maybe,
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
the famous ski.
Looking at here, just absolute epicness. Just look at that. Just the sheer scale of everything. Like, yeah, the Dolomites are cool. Like, they're like fun, and you're like fun to look at everything. But this is like on a completely different scale from what I was expecting. Actually, that could be a photo right there. Just look at that. Look, there's like a lower section, and you can just roll down the hill from the higher section. You guys can't see because there's a reflection. Just notice how there's like this big reflection in the glass right now. he was telling me that they're actually developing a new trend. So if you do this probably sometime in the near future, they're gonna have windows that go fold open, which is gonna be crazy because we have to take photos right out of it. But we're not in one of those cars. So if you want to get through the whole reflection glass, you gotta put the lens, you gotta press it onto the glass here, and no reflections. But I only get like, I can't move the camera. Alright, so since we stopped, do you think we should get some food and show everyone like the?
No, Heidi. You want to explain?
I don't know who Heidi is. Who's Heidi?
Everyone
Someone
will
explain.
laugh at you.
It's not popular in Canada.
No, I don't know who that is.
To be honest, I'm from Ukraine. They also don't know this.
See, nobody knows who Heidi is.
No. It's popular in Japan.
Yeah, okay, well we're trying the Heidi wine, but do you want to explain who Heidi is?
Well, Heidi's a really famous tale. And it's about the girl who grows up with his grandfather in somewhere in the Alps,
Okay.
basically. And her best friend is Peter the goat keeper. So all she does every day go up to the mountains with goats and Peter.
Future Maiku here. So this was supposed to be a setup moment. This was supposed to be haha, this is so cute. It's reminiscing about my childhood learning about Switzerland through these Heidi stories. Except I've never heard of Heidi before. Why is that? Hey Venus, have you heard of Heidi before?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, it was a cartoon from when I was a child.
Oh, okay, thanks. So Heidi was a cultural phenomenon which was everywhere around the globe in the 70s and 80s. Similar, but not as successful to Pokemon. Heidi was a Swiss children's book that was adopted into a Japanese anime which was dubbed into 6 European languages, 3 Asian languages, and in Arabic. The cartoon was never translated into English due to American distaste for Japanese anime in the 70s. There were several attempts to make Heidi popular for English audiences through many featured movies, although none were ever as popular as the original run of the Japanese anime. So if you're watching from the United States or Canada and you're wondering why is there so much Heidi merch in Switzerland, now you know who Heidi is. Let's go back. Everybody here is bagging on me about not knowing who this Heidi person is. So if you know who this Heidi person is, leave in the comments below because I have no idea who this is, and it's apparently a very, very famous story. Alright, cheers buddy.
Cheers.
This is what we do in Switzerland.
Nice to have you here.
Think about Swiss cheese? Like the Swiss cheese that I know is not the same Swiss cheese as the one here?
Probably not. You said it's just cheese with holes. It's all Swiss cheese. You're gonna taste it.
So this is the real deal here. This is like actual Swiss.
This like flavor, you know? From the cows, from the mountains.
I don't know, man. Is this gonna be this? Oh, you can taste it's fresh. What's this? It's much better than anything I've tasted. That's considered Swiss cheese in Canada. Do Swiss people dream of flat places like how we dream of mountains?
Not really.
So this is my first Swiss fondue in Switzerland, and you have like some crazy thing over there.
Yeah, it's mainly with cheese and dough and mangold leaves.
Yeah. Alright. This is so good. This is making me very... Oh wow, look at the sights. Point over there. Can you imagine living here? You live here. I don't live here. I can't imagine living in a place like this. It's just like spectacular every day. So you're telling me that this chocolate cake is going to be the most amazing chocolate cake in the world?
Of course. It's all about the height and the place and the environment.
All right.
And the company.
Oh yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense.
If you have a sweet tooth, you'd really like this. And if you like dark chocolate, you really like this. This is like lava. It's almost like lava cake, but it's like it's hard to describe. It's like a symphony of flavors happening in my mouth right now. It's so good.
So we're getting higher to the top of the mountain. You might have noticed that the snow is getting closer. So you're saying after the tunnel, something big's gonna happen.
Yes.
All right, I'm in anticipation right now. Oh damn! It is so bright up here. So that mountain I climbed in Salzburg was 2,000 meters, about 6,000 feet. Oh. This is Salzburg, everybody. Let's see what's over this hill. We made it to the tippity top. And this mountain goes way higher than that. This goes all the way up. In fact, this one over here is even higher than the one on the right there. So, just look at these views. It just comes at a shock too. That is just crazy beautiful.
See all the dark.
Is this a ski resort down here?
Yeah.
Alright.
Used to be really big before army.
Oh damn! This is something else. This is hilariously beautiful. The Glacier Express was the best train ride I had in Europe. And this was straight off of a 13-hour no-sleep sleeper train from Budapest to Zurich. The full train ride between St. Moritz and Zermatt is 8 hours long, and with that amount of time on your hands, I highly recommend you go with friends or family to share the memories. Not only is it a great way to get to the other side of Switzerland, but it's a great way to introduce yourself to the Swiss Alps. Hopefully this was helpful for you if you are researching your trip through Switzerland, as this is one of the best train routes alongside many other train routes you can take in the country. Next up, we'll be arriving in Zermatt, and I'll be checking out some of the hiking trails in the region. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
And you will see on the left the suspension bridge.
Oh, I'm doing that? Oh, I didn't realize I was doing that. Oh, damn. That's tomorrow.
2,100 meters! Yay!
Oh, damn.
At end.
Oh, well, I wanted to have a little bit of winter, so that's just ridiculous. We're going there tomorrow. You had a rock slide
And look
here?
behind you are the houses. So close.
Yeah. Dude, this came from a rock slide. That's crazy. And that came from